Welcome to week 5 of our personal development course. I'm so excited I get to join you on your leadership journey and help you discover what it means to be the best version of you. This session is all about teamwork and empathy, skills which we use often in personal growth and across all the skills you will learn in this course. I'll be highlighting some key concepts that will aid you in becoming increasingly mindful, perceptive, and patient. I hope that these lessons will inspire and encourage you, just as they have inspired and encouraged me. First, let's dive into our lessons on teamwork. When I think of teamwork, I remember team building exercises from summer camps, including activities like obstacle courses, where everyone circled together, taking turns, try to weave themselves through a hula hoop. As fun as that would be, we won't be needing a hula hoop today. Understanding how your team grows, what makes them tick, and what motivates them are key components to cultivating teamwork in your workplace. We've broken down how our teams grow into 2 concepts. Are they rock stars or superstars? We've classified rock stars and superstars by the ways they react to growth and change. Rock stars will be excellent players in a few categories or have distinct specialties that set them apart from others. They may have specific skills that help them with tasks that make them great at what they do. Rock stars are also motivated by stability or a consistent environment in which they can maintain relative control over it. Superstars thrive in a changing environment. This sets their growth trajectory at a steep pace as they strive to increase their abilities. Superstars tend to be catch-all players when it comes to tasks. They are able to pivot easily from one activity to the next, looking for opportunities to move forward. Both of these types are important in building a great team. You need your rock stars to maintain the status quo of the team to ensure you're providing the best level of effort consistently. You need your superstars to be trailblazing new ideas and leading new efforts to bring new energy to the team. So are you a rock star or a superstar? Know your team. It's an important task for all group development. It's getting to know who you're working with. It's easy to assume how your team operates, but when we keep digging at the root of it all, our teams are full of vastly unique people that will mesh differently all the time. The better you know your people, the better you will navigate through challenges as you grow. So how do you get to know your team? There are many ways to think creatively about how to engage your team. Identifying your team's strengths and weaknesses will help you understand what tasks are life-giving or not to your team. For example, 2 individuals on your team are doing the same job, helping people in a line. Person A is full of energy and happy to help each other, helping one person after the other, while the other is seemingly slower, less energetic, and overall burnt out. Well, why do you think this is? We recognize that person A has strengths interacting with people. Being put in social situations is particularly life-giving to this person, so they thrive in this position. Well, what about person B? Person B most likely has strengths elsewhere and would thrive in a different environment than person A. Consider what person B's strengths are. Maybe they prefer a solo environment or a different kind of work. Most members of your team will be a great addition if we take the time to find where they are at their best. We should strive for our teams to thrive, not just in their job, but in their personal lives. Each person has milestones that they are in the process of achieving, or may not know what they want to achieve yet. When we develop an environment that cheers for each other as we achieve personal goals, we come together as a community that we can make a big impact as a team in the work that we do. In our teams, maintaining a healthy environment is the last element of knowing your team that I want to discuss with you. No, I'm not referring to having your team jog for 5 minutes every morning. When your people show up to work toward a common goal, they should be able to trust that you are maintaining a safe workspace, keeping conflict productive using radical candor, and creatively adjusting the setting to ensure their needs are met. Of course, knowing the best ways to invest in your team will help foster great teamwork. Also, knowing why issues arise is critical when fielding issues on your team. Many things can go right. Many things can go wrong. According to Patrick Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions of a team, there are 5 pitfalls or issues that can lead to an overall failure of a team. Failure in this case means the team does not achieve their goals. It misses the mark and doesn't grow together as a result. Let's dive into what can wreak havoc on our teams. The first dysfunction is an absence of trust. An absence of trust can be sparked from a multitude of factors. In the case of the first dysfunction, we focus on what is really the absence of vulnerability within ourselves. To be truthful, real vulnerability takes a great deal of work. If your team doesn't value connection, relationships, or care, how could anyone feel safe enough to open up to one another? Lencioni highlights if we can't be genuinely open with one another about admitting our weaknesses, our faults, or when we mess up, there is no way for a team to rely on a solid foundation of trust. If I can't ask my team for feedback on my performance or ask them for help, I will fail my team. Remember that no one is an island. The first dysfunction sets the tone for the second dysfunction of a team, which is the fear of conflict. Conversations where we passionately disagree with one another can be tough to deal with emotionally. As we have discussed before in our session on radical candor, we know, however, that those disagreements can be founded in genuine relationships and our truest selves can emerge. Yet when a team does not have conflict, it can lead to a variety of toxic behaviors, damaging to ourselves and to others. A team without conflict stews on a timer, waiting for it to overflow and it bursts of uncontrolled emotions. While it may seem counterproductive to have workplace conflict, Lencioni would argue that workplace conflict is vital to its success when done correctly. The third dysfunction arises as a symptom from the second, in a lack of commitment on the team. As human beings, we all need the connection of someone that cares for us, especially in the workplace. Our team members should feel seen and heard by our leaders who value their opinions. When our team members don't feel valued, they rarely buy into the values and goals set forth by those that decide them. A healthy team ensures the team members are engaged enough to share commitment for the goals and values set forth by its leaders. The fourth dysfunction stems from the lack of commitment to the shared goals and values of the team. This appears as an avoidance of accountability. This happens when A team doesn't have radically candid conversations with other team members to encourage the behaviors that support the team standards set at the beginning. As a team, we must care for our shared values and each other if we are to succeed. Which leads us to our last dysfunction. The last dysfunction is an inattention to results. A team that cannot call out its shortcomings in productive ways is a team doomed to fail. This leads to a free-for-all style mindset where team members are self-centered and concerned primarily for their own well-being. This type of team has all but completely abandoned the shared vision set by the team in the beginning, with little hope for the results they initially sought after. These are the consequences of a team unwilling to do the work it takes to become great. The good news is that you took the step forward to take the personal growth course. So I know each of you has it in you to make your teams great. I know that you can promote trust within your team by being vulnerable and open with them. I know you'll encourage radically candid conversations to spark open conversations where your team's true selves can emerge. I know you'll inspire your teams to commit to their shared goals and values. I know you'll hold your people accountable to do the right thing and that they will hold you accountable as well. And I know that by doing these things, your teams will achieve their goals together. Before we jump in to our next topic, let's watch a video by renowned author and researcher Brené Brown about the differences between empathy and sympathy.